Last week, I was opportune to attend the wedding. And when I saw the couples taking their vows, I reflected on my wedding and I remembered nobody talked about the pillars for marital stability when it concerns newly married couples. So I decided to make a video on the pillars for marital success for new couples. And like you can see today, I came to visit my good friend. So Pastor Chris, I believe you can see him. It's been a while. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you. Good to see you here.
When are you starting your YouTube? Pastor Chris is a good friend. He is calling to the marriage ministry. He helps couples in dating and courtship make the right choice. So you guys should be expecting his videos. He's a good friend of mine. So Pastor Chris, I don't know. Tell me more about this your area, because where we're shooting this video, it's in New Nyanya. You can see this. You can see this is the vicinity. It's called New Nyanya. So if this is in Nasarawa State, most people living in Abuja, due to high cost of accommodation, they prefer living here. With just 15, 20 minutes, you can find yourself in the major cities of Abuja and still go on with your job. So how often do you guys encounter theft incidents in this area?
I would say 0% because the neighborhood is quite peaceful. So
Okay.
a peaceful neighborhood is a good place to stay. Lovely neighborhood, quiet and peaceful people.
Well, yes. I like what he said. He said the place is conducive and the rest. So this way I've been making most of my videos. Each time I come, we strategize and we come up with content ideas. So today, sir, like I told you earlier, when I went for a wedding and I saw the couples when they took their marital vows, I reflected on my marriage and I discovered something was missing. During premarital counseling, we are taught most of the things not to do. We are hardly taught the things we should do. So in this video today, I really want us to share ideas. Sorry, I have just one microphone. I'm using the mic. So if you don't hear him, don't worry. You'll be hearing him. I'll be telling you what he said. So by the end of this video, you'll be learning the 3 pillars of marital success. Marital stability for new marriages. Now, the first pillar of marital stability for new marriage is patience. See, you see, I don't know whether you've heard this trending talk of 50-50 marriage.
Yes.
People say 50-50, what do you bring to the table? I want to say it's patience that is causing that. Most people believe they've been married for 5 years, 10 years, 8 years. Their spouse is supposed to contribute, whether financially, effort-wise, the same that they are contributing. And I believe it's not so. So you entering into marriage, the weather is so hot. So you entering into marriage, I tell you, patience is one pillar you must embrace. It's a virtue you must have if you want to have the best in your marriage. Because you people are 2 different people coming from different backgrounds. So you must be patient with your spouse, because it will be really, really be tough. You don't expect your spouse to get it right with you, maybe because you are married for just 2 years, 3 years. You need to be patient. So be patient with your spouse. Be patient. It will take time for your spouse to assimilate your culture, your way of life, even your expectation, to understand your expectation. Because in my marriage, patience was a real challenge. I'm a very impatient human being. The sun is so high, so harsh. Let me wipe my face. I'm a very impatient human being. So I really had that worked impatient really affect my marriage, because I felt I've read books, I've witnessed 6 divorces, and being a product of a divorce. My dad and mom divorced even before I was given back to. So when I got into marriage, I felt I've known so much about marriage, and I applied what I knew into it without giving room for patience. And I tell you, patience really dealt with me because I'm a very impatient person. But I never knew in marriage, your patience will be tested, will be tried. So please, newly married, intending couples, give room for patience. Learn to be patient with each other. Now, the second pillar for marriage stability for new marriages is forgiveness. See, if you know you will not forgive, you will not forgive, or you don't know how to forgive, please leave marriage. Don't go into marriage. Forget about marriage. Because you see, marriage is a journey of a man and a woman who have decided to forgive each other. Because your level of forgiveness will be tested, will be tried. I used to have the spirit of unforgiveness. Whenever someone does something to me, I take a pen, a note, and write the time and the date. When I got into marriage, I never knew women say things not because they mean it, but just to express how they feel. And whenever my wife makes some statements, I write it down. And it really kills me, literally, because I started judging my wife based on what she said. And unforgiveness gave room to many things. Sometimes me and my wife will be talking. I would just refer what she did before. I will tell her, okay, you are saying this because I forgived you when you said this, that. So learn to forgive each other. If you want you to have a stable marriage, forgiveness is a virtue you must have. One of the reasons we experience marital challenges or crisis, even divorce, it's unwillingness to forgive. See, let me tell you something. I don't know how to say this, but I pray I say it well. As long as you live with your spouse in the house, in one house, you people have challenges. Your spouse will offend you. So please embrace forgiveness if you want to really, really get it right in marriage. Like I said earlier on, the challenges we have in marriage is that people online these days just say things for viewship. I mean, for viewers. I mean, to attract views. They don't say things the way it is. For me, I've decided I will come here and tell you the mistake I made. This, my channel, is not for everybody. It's for me, not you, Seth. It's for the older me. So if you can listen to me, you will avoid some of the mistakes I made. So please embrace forgiveness. If you are going into marriage or you are planning or you're already in marriage, tie forgiveness around your neck because your spouse will offend you many times. Now, the third pillar for marriage stability for newly married couples or intending couples is communication. You see the issue of communication. Most people get into marriage and believe just talking is communicating. There is difference between talking and really communicating. That's why we have the word effective communication. See, if you want to communicate effectively, you must watch your tone and your style of communication because we must understand communication as it concerns gender. Women communicate to connect, men communicate to pass information. So, as a man, when communicating with your wife, understand that you are communicating not just to pass information but to connect. Because this way I got it wrong. For me, I was just dishing out orders, and I was not just dishing out order. I had a harsh tone of voice. It was in marriage I discovered that your tone of voice can affect what you say, how the recipient of the message or what you're saying really understand what you say. And also the style, because we are born into a society where we embrace work, well, white collar jobs, and in our jobs we communicate vertically, superior communicating to subordinate, passing out other communication that shows seniority, superiority, and not really understanding. and we bring it into our marriage where we ought to be communicating to show understanding. So in marriage is horizontal communication, communication between equals that really work. Please, please, because I got it wrong in communication. See, if you don't learn effective communication, you'll be suffering from silent expectations. Because silent expectations are your beliefs, the things you believe your spouse, you believe that's so visible that your spouse should understand and accept. Those are silent expectations. Please learn how to communicate. Every spouse has his or her ways of assimilating, understanding communication. Please embrace communication. See, newly married, if you can embrace these three pillars of marital stability, patience, forgiveness, and communication, you will not suffer what the older marriages are suffering. If you like experience-based conversation like this, share this video to 3 of your friends who just got married or who are planning to go into marriage. Thank you.